Hello everyone, Ben Williams here from Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancement, and welcome back to this letter for our land management A to Z for whitetails in between. Now, we just talked about Ryan rain. Fortunately, the weatherman doesn't look like he's going to be so kind to us here the next couple days, at least until probably Monday or Tuesday. So, we are not going to be putting in corn and beans by the look of it at all. So, we'll see if that changes. I'm keeping up to date with the weather, but I'm out here knocking down some of these plots that I sprayed off, and I want to look and talk about that for our letter S, which is spray. Now, I get a lot of questions. What do I spray? How do I spray? What do I spray with? Everything like that. And it all depends on what you're trying to do, what you're trying to kill is the biggest one, and then what's your equipment. Are you working with a backpack sprayer, hand sprayer? I mean, all that stuff, has an effect on it. But the biggest thing is, what product are you spraying? And I'm up here, like I said, mowing down some of the stuff that I've sprayed, and we're going to look at why it's important to, one, identify what you're spraying, and then two, you'll see why, especially as you go across this plot. It's really cool how you'll see how this is working. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at two different types of sprays in this plot. One of them works very, very quickly. You're going to see results within a day or two. And then the other one, that one takes quite a while, especially if we've been dry. This other chemical isn't going to be working a lot. So we're going to talk about two different chemicals today. They're two pretty good staples. I'm trying not to get eaten up by the deer flies as I'm filming this up. I'm sitting in the shade relaxing. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn around. We were over in a plot we call West Side Food Plot. This is just north of West Side Story location. So we'll get an idea here. So the first section I'm going to show you, this plot was sprayed. The goal of it was to spray it with 2,4-D. That was because we had a lot of curly dock in this plot, and glyphosate doesn't hit curly dock really hard. So I had to switch up chemicals because we had a tougher plant species to deal with. So we used the appropriate herbicide for that. We used the big broadleaf killer for that. And as you can see, I'll turn around. You can see, look, there we go. I mowed this already, but that was dead and brown, just like this right here. So that 2,4-D knocked the crap out of it, and it's looked like this for about a week now or so. It really knocks the crap out of it. Different chemical, different reaction with the plant. Now, I had 2 days of difference between these, and what I did was I missed a couple spots. It was really tall vegetation out here. And I mixed in a couple ounces of Glide. You can mix that with 2,4-D as well. Problem is with that is I can't plant on this within 14 to 20 days, depending on label and your mix rate and soil conditions and everything like that. Good rule of thumb is I shoot for right about in the middle, 16, 18 days before you're going to plant into it. So this strip here in the middle I missed, so I went back over it because I'd already cleaned my tank out. I couldn't put 2,4-D back in it because I don't want that going into some of my other fields, so I had to hit it with Glide. So this has been, let's see, today is the 19th or so. So this got sprayed almost 2 full weeks ago at this point. And as you can see, she's just tinging off just a little bit. You can see the difference right there. It's a really good illustration. So that was only 2 days behind on spray, completely different chemical. Now, because one, glyphosate doesn't affect curly dock very well, especially when it's big and mature like this. I got busy with clients and doing stuff like that, so my plots kind of took a back burner this year, unfortunately. So we're making deal with it what we got now. But broadleaf killer 2,4-D worked very well in this application. Got a couple considerations with that though. Got to make sure that you're not putting it down where you're going to be planting within between 2 to 3 weeks, depending on soil conditions and etc., because it's got some soil activity in it. And then a broad spectrum killer like glyphosate, or Roundup as a lot of people refer to it as, but the base chemical is glyphosate, is here in the center. And as you can see, doesn't hit this target weed. So know what you're spraying, guys, when you're out there working on them. This is knocked back enough. The seeds did die. It did knock it back enough to kill it, so I'm going to brush hog it down. We did get a good kill on this plot, but again, and we'll talk about why chemical selection is so important, I'm probably going to go back over this and spot spray this if I can find the right chemicals, because I have a lot of, you can see it right here, there's a lot of green. People are like, man, I got grass coming back up. This is nut sedge right here in this section. So 2,4-D is not going to kill it, and glyphosate's not going to kill it. Unless you're running a really hot batch of Glide. So as you can see, pull some of it up. That's a sedge. Sedges have edges. You can hear it in my hands as I roll it. It's got edges to that stem. So this is actually pretty rampant in this plot in a couple spots. So I don't know, it might not even get planted in the immediate future because there's a big strip of nut sedge in this plot, and glyphosate's not going to hit it really well. It's not going to do a good job. It's a very rhizobious spreading plant, very prolific seeder as well. So we're going to see what we can do to address that. I might put some buckwheat in this upper section up here where I got a good kill and it's been past my 2 to 3 week window. So again, guys, know your plants, know your chemicals, read your label, and always be safe when you're out there. Use your proper PPE, whether it's gloves, glasses, long sleeves, whatever it might be, even if it's 90 degrees out, guys. You know, I'm still out here spraying these to the best of my ability with a label. So know what you're spraying and select the right chemical for the job, and you'll have better results because of it. So there's not a one-size-fits-all with it, like I said. It's night and day right there. You can see it where I missed it. That's only 2 days difference in spraying. Completely different chemicals. And that's the honest to goodness truth on it, guys. So that's our letter S, guys, for spray. I'm going to get this knocked down the rest of the way so we can get a kill on the nut sedge and some other stuff that we kind of missed because it was a little bit too tall for us, because we had to let them go a little bit too long. But again, making it work, adjusting, shifting gears. Corn and beans doesn't look like it's going to happen. Way too late for most corn varietals, and we might get some beans in, but without a corn for a nurse crop over the top of it, we don't have very good success with beans because we just can't put in enough acres of it. So we'll see what we do. Probably just end up being a buckwheat to cool season plots, or buckwheat into clover plots with a cereal grain nurse crop over the top for areas that are going back into clover. So that's what we're doing today, guys, is mowing, maybe do some spraying. I got to dig through the barn, see if I got any sedge hammer, and double check my label and get myself re-familiar with that. It's been a couple years since I've sprayed it, so we'll see. I might even have to go try to find something that specifically is targeting sedge grass, because like I said, Glide doesn't work, and definitely 2,4-D is not going to work because it's not a broadleaf weed. So there's your tip of the day, guys, with the letter S for spray. Let us know if you like this video, have any comments on it, or if you'd like to see something featured in an upcoming video, let us know. I'm going to get back to the tractor work here, doing a little bit of knocking it down and mowing. And thanks, guys, for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all next time here in the field. Take care.